Well, today I'm going to talk about signs your digestion is weaker than you think. It's a very informative topic, so stay till the end and you're going to learn a lot. Every single cell in your body is built from the food you eat. But if you can't break that food down properly, you are not nourishing your cells. You are just creating a toxic sludge. And here's a problem nobody talks about. The standard medical system rarely looks at the root cause of the chronic disease. They measure your blood sugar, your cholesterol, your thyroid numbers, but they almost never ask what is the state of your Agni or digestion, your digestive fire is even working or not. In Ayurveda, the Charak Samhita states, Rog Sarve Api Mandaganu, which means all diseases originate from a weakened or compromised digestive system or fire. And modern research is finally catching up. A 2025 study confirmed that the thickness of your tongue coating directly reflects the health of your gut microbiome. In simple English, your digestion speaks before you ever feel a symptom. Today, we are doing a full assessment of your digestive system, your 5 signs, no gadgets, no apps, just your own eyes and body. I'm going to give you something which is going to help you to identify what is the state of your digestive system. So let's start the most obvious window in your gut. Sign number 1, the tongue. Before you even eat your breakfast, go to a mirror, stick out your tongue, and what do you say? Thick white or yellow coating. Observe carefully. Tongue coatings indicate gut microbiome dysbiosis. In Ayurveda, this is ama. Undigested metabolic waste. It means food is fermenting and not digesting. Well, if you find the cracks down the middle of your tongue, this suggests chronic dehydration of the digestive mucosa or long-standing vata imbalance, erratic digestion that alternates between constipation and loose stools. Well, scalloped edges, teeth marks. Well, Ayurvedic tongue analysis correlates this directly with malabsorption in the digestive tract. Your body is literally not taking up nutrients from the food you are eating. What is the solution? Well, try copper tongue scraping every single morning. It not only stimulates the salivary glands but also removes the bacterial biofilm, and in Ayurveda, this act alone kindles your Agni. A 2024 study linked with pylori infection directly to the presence of a coated tongue. Scraping isn't just hygienic, it's diagnostic and therapeutic. Sign number 2, what happens after you go to the washroom? I know this isn't polite dinner conversation, but your stool is literally the final product of your digestion. And if you're not looking at it, you're missing 50% of the clue or the data. The Bristol stool chart is a medical tool used by gastroenterologists worldwide. It classifies stool into 7 types, type 1 and 2, separate hard lumps. This means your food stayed in your colon too long, and low fiber, low water, low transit time, often linked to vata constipation. Type 3 and 4, smooth is soft, sausage shaped. This is the gold standard. It means your meal is moving through the GI tract in roughly 24 to 48 hours, which is actually ideal. Type 5 and 6, soft blobs with clear-cut edges or mushy. This indicates rapid transit. Your body is rushing food out before nutrients are being absorbed, often linked to the pith imbalance or low stomach acid. Type 7, entirely liquid. This is not normal and warrants an urgent medical attention. Here is what most people don't know. A 2023 review on Mandakini, or the weak digestive fire, stated that it directly leads to either loose or constipated stools because the food is released in its undigested form. If your stool floats, smells excessively foul, or shows the visible undigested food, you have low stomach acid or hypochlorhydria. How to test low stomach acid at home? Well, the baking soda test is quite common. Mix a quarter teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of water and drink it first thing in the morning. If you don't burp within 3 to 5 minutes, your stomach acid may be too low. to trigger the normal gas forming reaction. Sign number 3, your hunger signals. Do you actually feel physical hunger before you eat? Or do you eat because the clock says 1 p.m. or because you are stressed or because you are bored? Well, true hunger is physiological, not psychological. Your stomach empties, your acid rises, and your digestive glands secrete enzymes, meaning your body is ready to break down the food. You feeling annoying sensation or stomach growling, and food tastes genuinely amazing. Well, false hunger is neurological. It's a craving for sugar, salt, or fat, often driven by gut dysbiosis, bad bacteria demanding specific foods. It's eating without growling stomach. In Ayurveda, the absence of true hunger is called aruchi. It's a direct sign of mandakini, or the weak digestive fire, and it sets up a vicious cycle. Weak digestive fire leads to incomplete digestion, which leads to ama buildup, which in return leads to low hunger, which leads to skipping meals, which leads to more erratic eating, which leads to weaker fire. So it's a loop. In review on meal frequency concluded that reducing the meal frequency to fewer than 3 meals per day is actually beneficial for your metabolic health, but only if those meals are substantial and properly spaced. Snacking every 2 hours keeps your pancreas constantly secreting insulin and never allows migrating motor complex, the housekeeper wave of your intestines, to run. The MMC requires 3 to 5 hours of fasting between meals to sweep the debris out of your small intestine. Sign number 4, what happens to your energy after you eat? Do you feel light and energized, or do you hit a wall? Well, heavy eyelids, foggy brain, urgent need to lie down. This is called postprandial somnolence, colloquially the food coma. Well, for decades, people believed it was blood rushing to the stomach and away from the brain. Well, this is a myth. A 2003 ultrasound study actually found that cerebral blood flow slightly increases after a meal. So what is actually happening here? Another 2025 study identified the real mechanism. When you eat, your vagal sensory neurons in your stomach and duodenum activate, and simultaneously through an independent neural circuit inhibit wakefulness via GABAergic neurons in the brain. Your gut is literally telling your brain to go to sleep. This is normal to a degree, but if you experience severe fatigue after every single meal, it means one or two things. One, you are eating too much. Large meals, especially rich in carbohydrates and fats, which increase production of serotonin and melatonin, promoting sleepiness. 2, your Agni is weak. In Ayurveda, Mandagini specifically causes a feeling of heaviness and drowsiness after eating, because the food isn't being metabolized. It's just sitting there fermenting. So what's the fix for all this? Well, eat until you are 75% full. Ayurveda calls this Santulit Ahar, and walk for 10 minutes immediately after meals. A post-meal walk increases gastric emptying and lowers blood sugar levels by almost 30%. Well, sign number 5, your mental clarity after your eating. Do you feel sharp, focused, and productive after your meals, or do you feel like someone stuffed cotton wool in your head and you are lethargic and drowsy? Well, this is the gut-brain axis in action. Your gut microbiome produces neuroactive molecules, serotonin, GABA, dopamine, that directly influence your cognition. When your digestion is weak, your undigested food particles leak through the intestinal lining, a condition called leaky gut or increased intestinal permeability, triggering systemic inflammation. That inflammation crosses the blood-brain barrier, or the channels, srotas in Ayurveda, and literally slows down your neural processing speed. Study on the gut-brain connection found that imbalanced gut ecosystem is directly associated with brain fog, changes in mood, and feeling sad. Even 4 days of high-fat processed food diet can impair your cognitive function drastically. If you experience brain fog specifically within 30 to 60 minutes after eating, pay close attention to what you just ate. High glycemic carbohydrates like white rice, white bread, and sugar cause a rapid glucose spike followed by a crash, and the crash manifests as mental fog. Well, a 2024 randomized trial found that eating low glycemic meals during the night shift maintained alertness and reduced cognitive lapses compared to high glycemic meals. So what is the takeaway here? Brain is not separate from your gut. If you have chronic brain fog, your first stop should not be a neurologist. It should be a digestive assessment. Now the good news is you don't need a 30-day juice cleanse or expensive supplements to strengthen your digestion. These 3 interventions are free, research backed, and you can start today. Fix number 1, meal spacing. Stop grazing, stop snacking. Leave at least 4 hours between meals and 12 to 14 hours between dinner and breakfast. This allows the migrating motor complex to run multiple cleaning cycles, sweeping bacteria and debris out of your small intestine. Well, a University of Calgary-led trial found that eating with an 8-hour window reduced Crohn's disease activity by 40% and abdominal discomfort by 50% in just 12 weeks. Fix number 2, prioritize warm cooked foods over cold raw foods. In Ayurveda, cold food directly extinguishes your Agni. Digestion itself is a process of cooking, breaking down food using enzymatic heat. When you eat ice cold water or raw salads, your stomach has to expend extra energy just to warm the food up to a body temperature before digestion can even begin. So warm cooked foods are pre-digested. They are easier on the gut, more bioavailable, and significantly less taxing on your metabolic system. Well, fix number 3, eat without distractions. Put down your phone, turn off the TV, sit at table, and then eat. Do not get distracted. Eat in a peaceful environment. Eating in a calm, mindful state allows your body to prioritize digestion and ward off the brain's stress signals. Eating while stressed activates the sympathetic nervous system flight or fight mode, which shuts down your digestion essentially. Slowing down and focusing on your food while you are eating activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which allows you to rest and digest, which optimizes your enzyme secretion, gut motility, and nutrient absorption. Try this tonight. Eat one meal in complete silence. No phones, no TV, no reading, no talking, just you and with your food and your breath. You will be shocked at how much less you need to eat and to feel satisfied, and how much better you feel afterward. These 5 signs, the tongue coating, the abnormal stool, the lack of true hunger, the post-meal fatigue, and brain fog, are your body's early warning system. Ignoring them leads to chronic inflammation, metabolic disease, and autoimmune disorders. Addressing them restores your energy, clarity, and longevity. If you want to go deeper, if you want to understand your unique prakriti, learn which foods balance your specific dosha or digestive fire, and get structured step-by-step guidance, my advanced Ayurveda and diet and nutrition course covers all this and more. This isn't a generic advice. This is the same framework I have been using with my patients for years. After so much of research and Ayurveda principles which are validated by modern nutritional science. Well, meal planning is essential. Lifestyle protocols are important. Self-assessment tools you will learn all in one place. The link is in the description below. Your digestion is the foundation of your health. Don't wait until the cracks or the warning signs show up. Book a consultation or enroll in the course today.